All right, what's up? In the middle of the day, how crazy is this? How crazy is this? So I'm working on PowerBoy. So I'm gonna bring him into Blender, and I also want to chat. I want to hear people's takes on the AI takeover because it is taking over. And what I find really interesting is I feel like there's been a monumental shift in the public opinion of AI, in the reach of AI, because AI had a pretty insane reach. It's always had a pretty, well, I mean, for the past like a year and a half, 2 years, it's had a pretty healthily rising reach in the art community. But now it's like in the everyday community. It's in the moms and dads and Facebook and parents like realm. And so I've been noticing that there's a ton of artists that I'm noticing on Instagram that are now doing AI trends. And it's always interesting to me because these AI trends are literally AI trends. So AI, the reach has gone so far that people that are staunchly, I think that's the word, staunchly anti-AI are participating in AI trends because they're too cool not to. So they're creating their own versions, like they're creating their art versions of this AI trend. And to me, I feel like that is a big moment in AI because people are so anti AI. Artists hate it, wish it would go away. And now, clearly, without a doubt, they're directly being influenced by AI to the point where they're creating art based on the input that AI is giving them. So it's just interesting to me. It's interesting to be anti AI but create something that's brought about because of AI and inspired by AI. So I'm curious to hear what people have to think about that. Hopefully my audio is working on this. Hopefully if anyone's out there, they can hear me. But I'm going to also export this and I'll make it a regular video when I do the time lapse of this little guy. Okay, so let me scale him down. But I've been thinking about that so much because I just think it's like I just find it so interesting. And I've always felt that I don't understand why a lot of artists feel that AI is going to be able to be stopped because like it's already here, it's already part of the conversation and part of the workflow. And I guess AI has been part of the workflow forever, really, but in the art space, I guess. But I don't know. I can't help but to point out that people that even hate it are creating artwork that's like directly inspired by it. So I mean, they're using AI as inspiration, while also what's the word? Not denying it, like no AI, no AI. But this AI is so cool that I want to do it, but I can't because I don't like AI. So I can't use the AI. So I'm going to make one myself because I can't deny that it's cool and I like it and I want one, but I'm going to make it myself. And if you want one, you should make it yourself too, because clearly everyone's out there that's been an artist for 20 or 30 years and can create one that's as cool looking as the AI. don't know. Okay, so he looks cool. He looks great. I think I want him, I don't know what texture I want him. I need some little more light here. Oh, that's why. The lighting was on 0. Hello. We'll see if anyone can hear me out there in YouTube land. I usually go on at like midnight or 1 a.m. Okay, so actually I like this light here, but I think I want to go from the other side. I don't know why. Let's see what other lights we have here. Overhead light actually looks pretty good. This light, key B, I don't know why it's this color. Let's just do global. Sometimes I record, sometimes I would just record the Blender videos, but I just think it's easier to just go live. Because Blender is just super boring, so at least I can just go live and talk to myself. Makes it a little more fun. Okay, so I've started trying to make my models from Nomad Sculpt much smaller, because I think that the default cube is like super huge in Blender, so I've been trying to make it really small. I have to watch my time too. My videos have to be less than an hour. That's my new rule. Less than 1 hour, so I can take advantage of the free voice audio dub, which I think is super cool. And this light is still huge. I just want it like soft, just a soft light. Okay. Alright, so there's that light. I like that better. I like just this regular little light though. It looks nice. Key. Oh, this is front fill. This is an edge light. Let me go to my YouTube real quick and just make sure. Make sure that I'm live. And make sure there's no issues. Live. Oh yeah, it looks like let me just make sure. Oh yeah, it looks like it's going. Looks like it's good. And there's no live chat. Okay, so I feel better. Okay. Which I'm fine with. I always talk to myself anyway when I'm creating. All the time. Or even when I'm not creating. If I'm going to be completely honest. When I'm creating, when I'm not creating, I always talk to myself. Can't help it. Let's make this is a little bright. Let's make this 250. Okay, we'll turn that off for now. Let's see if we turn the back wall off, then you can't see anything. This overhead light looks pretty fresh though. Okay. I don't know how shiny I want the material. Let's shade it smooth. Oh, look at that. Eh. It looks better like this. Let's see what happens if I put a material. I could add a bump node. I've been working on bump nodes. Let's see if I can remember. Okay, so bump, yes. And then add noise. I think the noise usually goes before it. And then I'll tap on noise and do Control T. Yes. And then I think it's factor to height. And then normal to normal. There we are. I'll have to put on my electric socks again today. My room just has like, my feet get so cold in my room. I'll drink away from the mic, even though I probably picked it up perfectly. Okay. So now we just have to fart around with like the scale. Let's put like 100. Let's try 200. That's a little bit better. Put the detail up. And then we'll fart around with the strength. And the distance. Just so it has like a little bit of an eggshell. It's kind of cool. I need to figure out how to make things like weathered though. I'd really love to figure that out. Okay. So I like this. So this is going to be eggshell. And now I think I can make all of these. I wish I could adjust multiple of these things at once, but I don't think you can. No. You gotta do everything like, whoop. Don't want to do that. And the reason why I have all of these separate is because I was thinking I can use, what are they called? I can use keyframes to kind of move his arms and stuff around. So that's what I was thinking that I might do for him. I might just, oh, he's still like, oh, there's Nomad Unskew. I hate it. I hate the Nomad Unskew. It's my arch enemy. Oh yeah, egg. So yeah, this is kind of the more boring aspects. There's probably easier, quicker way to do it, but I don't know it. I never do. I just want them all to be the same. And then hopefully someone will let me know in the comments and they'll be like, oh, there's a really easy way to do that. There usually is, honestly, with Blender. But there's just no way to know. Okay. I think that might be it. Maybe a few fingers over here. Oh. I don't know why that hurt me so bad to choose the wrong material. It really hurt. I feel like I'm playing a really bad game that I'm not doing well at. All right. Okay, so what I also want to take two, action. What I also want to do is add some ambient occlusion, my favorite. So Shift A, ambient occlusion, Shift A, diffuse. This will adjust the color of it. Shift A, color ramp. Move it over here. Shift A, mix shader. There's probably some other ways to do this too, but I really don't know. Okay, so we'll put, what am I doing? This to here. Switch these two around. Copy this. Oh, I forgot this part. That's okay. So color to factor. And now you see some serious ambient occlusion. Wait a minute. Didn't I set this up so I could do this easier? Let's do this. So I'm just opening up a new situation. 0. We'll go in close. And we'll do Z, rendered, so we can see him clearly. And then this, when it's changed to the shader editor, that's where you can adjust all of the nodes and all that stuff. All right, so I don't want it so dark. Something like that, and we'll change this. Wait, why is it not colored? Oh, I'm changing the wrong one. Okay. I meant to be changing this. I have to change this one too because I don't know why that's so saturated. The shadow for the floor was extremely saturated. All right, the eyes. Oh, I do see a little bit of gloss there. I want to change the roughness. I need to be able to see more, so I think I need to add another light in front. ROC, what's up? Someone came through. I love it. Oh. Yeah, I was going to record this, but I figured I might as well just go live. That way the video is done. Since I just finished editing like this whole tutorial, which is in 2 parts. And I did the 2 parts. I uploaded to YouTube in 2 parts so that so that I could take advantage of the audio dubs. They don't say it anywhere, and I talked to YouTube not customer service, like assistants, and like he wouldn't tell me that, oh, the video has to be less than an hour, but I think that's the metric. I can't say for sure because he wouldn't tell me, but I think that's what it is. Okay, eggshell. So I want a nice round pop of light there. So let's go back to my little animation tab that I like to use. And let's see what we can do about another light. I mean, it looks decent, but I don't know why I don't really want it that color. I don't mind the cool blue at all. We'll take a lot of that saturation out of it though. And it's also let's do multiple importance. Let's bring this down to like 10. Let's bring the size down. It still doesn't give me like a nice round pop, which is kind of what I want on these. But it also could be just the fact that, let me change this one to shader editor and this one to timeline. Yeah, I'm so bad. Sometimes the other day I was going to stream, I think the night before last I was going to stream, but oh my God, I had a headache that I thought my head was going to split in two. And I'm always like just doing so many. It's like I have to learn how to focus on like one thing. So once I do start doing live, it's actually fine. It's actually good because then I can focus on it. But if I'm not recording or editing a video directly or live streaming, then I'm like bouncing around with so many different things. And it just like I'm trying to learn this and that, trying to learn stuff in Blender and, farting around in ChatGPT, thinking of other things that I want to sculpting random things. It just doesn't stop. I gotta figure out how to better put this thing here. Okay, so let's try, for this light. Am I not on the light? Where's the light? Oh, here's the light. Let's see what happens if I do an area light. For an ellipse, yeah. But smaller than that, Jesus. 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 Okay, light is still quite big. So literally I just want to try and get some sort of effect. Oh, that looks really shiny here. I think there's a cool Nikon thing in Blender Kit that might be good for that black material. Nikon. We'll see what this looks like. I mean, it looks better, I guess, than this. But it might look a little bit too shiny. Okay. Yeah, I actually don't mind that. It's just, maybe it just is a little bit too shiny. So let's change this to BLK. So then I can just hit B for all of these. And just make it less shiny. You're trying to butt monkey. All right. Let's see what happens if I make this really shiny. Let's take this light. Let's make it smaller. which means it's going to be super harsh. It's still too harsh. It's one thing I definitely have not mastered. What if I do 3? And then you can't really see it that well. Can't see it as well as I would have wanted. That looks kind of nice. Alright, so I'm going to see. This looks super bright. So yeah, that's the only thing I don't really know how to do is like I want that pop of light on it, but I don't want the light to be so bright. Like on this white. I guess I could turn the specular down on the light. That is a possibility. I mean the specular down on the surface. That might get rid of some of the light. Let's see. Yeah. But I still think it looks better even without this light. I'll make it bigger, which will make it softer, and I'll just move it further away. Let's see what happens if the room is darker. Oh, I didn't even add any of this light here. I think it looks better without the light. Except cookies. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, that's definitely better than my voice being annoying, that's for sure. So I definitely appreciate that. It's a good thing I'm black or you'd see me blushing. And shout out to my new microphone. I can remember when I first jumped on, when I first started doing streaming, I was using an iPhone 6. And I was streaming, and I think I was just using my laptop microphone at first. It was terrible. Those my first streams are terrible. Definitely don't go back and look at them. Terrible. Okay, let's adjust this thing. Maybe I don't want it to be bright white. I don't mind that. I don't mind it at all, actually. So this is so this color is actually brought over from Nomad. Actually, it looks like there's 2 colors there. But I should be able to exit. Oh, it does look nice and white, actually. But I could add a little bit of warmth. And just turn the saturation way down. Or maybe we should just leave it. Maybe I should just leave it white. I can never make up my mind. Okay, I think I like that. Let's save. It looks a little shiny, but it's not too bad. Back wall makes it brighter. I think I like the darker back wall. What is this light? Oh, that's the edge light. Oh. I don't think he needs an edge light. Or at least not this color. You stream on PS5. What games do you play? I don't really play any games. I tried to play I played Red Dead Redemption 2, but actually, honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I love the Red Dead Redemption universe, but I wasn't crazy about this one. It was just like, excuse me, I don't know, it just didn't feel like it was my style. Like I just found myself like bored with the storyline. But yeah, but I don't play too much. Every now and again, every few years, I'll flip on my PS4 and play something. But I love the original like BioShock. I love that. I love the Grand Theft Auto games, Red Dead Redemption. I kind of like those like big world games, but I'm also more so like I just want the game to be like the game like on the thing. I'm not a huge like I don't really have any friends, so I don't really like play with like a bunch of friends or do things like that. Oh, oh, that's right, the ads. I mean, I guess I can't complain with ads because I guess that's how I get paid on YouTube. But I was just saying that I have every few years I flip on the PS4, and I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2, but I just got a little bit bored with it. I am excited about the new Grand Theft Auto coming out whenever that. Hopefully, it comes out on PS4. I'm not going to buy a new system just for it, but I do love that game, so I will be I will be playing that whenever it comes out. I always wish I'm always get annoyed that like there's such like a big pop of light here, but I guess it's just because this is a round surface. Let's see what there's a better color. I don't mind that. Maybe I'll just turn this down to like 100. Like I don't mind a slight, but maybe it should be on the other side too, because this light is on this side, so this actually might. Let's duplicate this. Hit which direction we want to go. Why? I don't know. We'll go over here. Let's turn this one off. And get it on this side. Oh, I hate when I click and I accidentally hit the right click button and it undoes. I'd stream my Nomad creations, but I can't stream on it through YouTube or Twitch yet. That sounds wild. Oh, I cannot wait for Grand Theft Auto. I feel as though I definitely won't be able to play any games as much as I used to, for sure. In the near future, that's for sure. I only made 2 Nomad creations before my Apple Pen gave up on me. What happened to the Apple Pencil? I feel like the Apple Pencils are like great. That's so surprising to hear. If I put on generate approximate caustics and shadows of reflective surfaces, I feel like don't I have to do something like extra for this? I mean, I'll turn it on, but I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really do anything unless you do something else. It's my technical prowess. So let's put this down to 25. I just want a light. Oh, you know what else I can do? I keep forgetting. I can make the light darker. That's probably an easier thing to do. Just make the light a little bit darker. I like it. All right. Still wish I had a little more light on the... Let's see what happens if I make him a little more glossy. does. This light is bright. Baby. 180, that's where it should be. Let's change this to an ellipse. I'm practicing sitting on the edge of my chair to see how that affects my back. How long did it take you to understand this process in Blender? I would say, I mean, I never worked on it like straight through, but I started working in Blender, I think maybe 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago or so. I started to like dabble in it. So it just takes so long, at least for me, because it's like, it's just not an artist app at all. Like, it's an engineering tool. So unless you like understand that kind of thing, which I definitely don't, I just find it so incredibly difficult. The key for me is just learning little things at a time. And I have to kind of need what I need to learn. Like, I have to get to a point where it's like, oh, I really want to do this. I have to learn how to do it. I have no choice. Then I'll like take the time and figure it out. But it's also hard to find good tutorials. And by good tutorials, I just mean tutorials where the person teaching doesn't assume that you know how to do anything. That's my take on a lot of Blender tutorials. It's like, I think that's the hard thing, is like, if you're proficient at something, sometimes it's a little hard to like teach people that don't know anything about it, because you just like miss little things. I try to do that when I'm teaching. Like, I try to just do it in a way where it's like, if I didn't know anything about it, like I could figure it out. That's how I try to explain things. Of course, it doesn't always work, but I try. I do try. Oh, I don't even have multiple importance. Dum-dum. I feel like these are not shiny enough. But why isn't... Oh, maybe it's like... Which light was I messing with? Oh, it must have been this skylight. There it is. That's a little better. Although the surface doesn't look that clean. But that's kind of what I wanted. I'm just like a huge fan of like the pops of light on the eyes, but I don't like that you can't see any on this eye. You know? I don't think I'm going to either. Let's turn this down to 10. But yeah, Blender is definitely like a years and years kind of thing. It takes so long. I'm gonna save this, and you know what? Maybe I should render one. Let's go back to the camera. So the orthographic camera, and let's go to depth of field. Let's find the focus ring, which is just an empty. And an empty is just an empty like container type thing. You can have an empty box, an empty ring. Okay, let's press 3. You want it to be right on the eyes. Okay. And now let's go back to the camera. Back to the camera. And then I want to change this so that more of him is in focus. So we'll put this up like absurdly high, which wouldn't really make sense in photography, but I guess here you just have to do it. Maybe I won't use depth of field. I'll just leave it off. All right, let's check my lights, make sure I don't have any lights. Yep. This. The two skylights. Let's just render it and see what it looks like. I think it looks amazing already. Oh, it's faulty. I had to get accurate 1, 2, but that was... Oh, yeah. It stopped working after 2 years. So your Apple Pencil stopped working after 2 years. Like the tip isn't responding and the pen won't charge. That's super annoying. Well, hopefully they... Faulty. So it sounds like that they probably replaced it or did something. Hopefully. That's really annoying, though. I lost one at work. But I think someone stole it. I think I lost it. I think I may have dropped it and someone just took it. Unfortunately. Let me figure out how to mute. I don't even know how to mute. Hopefully that muted. I don't know. With your video tutorials, it helped me to understand Nomad a lot. That's what I aim for. That's what I aim for. I need to actually. I kind of want to go back and like see some of my first like. I think I have my first sculpt actually. I think I have the image of it. I think it was like a turtle. I was trying to do a snail shell, I believe. Something like that. But that was my first time ever doing 3D, which is in 2021. Valkyrie. Because for me, I love sculpting, but this kind of work, the after process is just mind-numbing for me. Yeah, it is, but I agree. I definitely agree. But it gets to a point where now this part of it is like fairly easy for me because it's just getting them into Blender and then learning things like just little by little. But it's so worth it. This looks terrible. It actually doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. But I feel like this light is a little bright. Let me make sure. Let me go to... And there's a ton of like... there's just so much you can do in Blender that it is mind-numbing. I agree 100%. I definitely agree with you there. So this is like the compositing. So I'm changing like compositing, which is like after it's rendered, you can adjust certain things, which is what I'm adjusting. So like you can kind of adjust like different glows and like make it so it's a little bit more like shimmery and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I kind of want to see it without the composite. Sorry, I have a lot of throat noises, I'm sure. So I like that. It makes it a little bright. Let's see what it looks like without. Let's render this without that secondary light. Oh, maybe I should change it so it's not completely black. Because the problem with black is it almost looks like it's not, like there's nothing there. Because it's so dark. I like this better. I think the lighting looks more natural. I think the lighting on this looks way more natural. I want to try adjusting the eyes. Ooh, maybe I could put some IOR. I don't know what that is, but I think it makes things shinier. Like more like chromey. So if I bring it chromey, so if I bring it all the way here, it's like too chromey, but I know that IOR does that, which I think looks kind of cool. I don't know if I want to do it to the rest of this, but man. Oh, I guess I didn't adjust. So the eyes are separate. So I think I can just change one of these. Let's make this black eye. So this will be, we'll change this to BLKI. So that'll be different than this black. So maybe I'll just adjust this one too. Maybe a little cheeky metallic. No, that takes away from it. The IOR is kind of doing what I wanted it to do. For this, let's try the regular BLK and see. I think I like it. That's too glossy, but I kind of like it. Not gonna lie. Let's render this puppy and see what we think. I like to have that shine, like I like to have that light from the warmth of like the scene and all that stuff. Like I love, like you gotta have that on it. That's actually making me think maybe I want to put a little bit of that on the eggshell. I'm super proud of the eggshell that I did with procedurally. I know it's just an eggshell, but it makes me happy. Yeah, teaching, I do love teaching, and I get a lot out of it as well. It helps me learn, because honestly, it's like I forget so much all the time. So it kind of forces me to explain things and understand things a certain way, which I find very, very helpful, just even for my own stuff. So it's very helpful to me. Why does this look like it doesn't have the eggshell? I think it does. I love the way he looks. Oh, it is eggshell, but why is it just feels so different? What happens if I put on shade smooth? Oh, I think it looks better now. Let's see the other side. Oh, I probably can't see the other side. The only other thing, maybe do we want to? Oh, let's test out the arm movements. Actually, it actually worked. So I did the hierarchical. I did the articulation in Nomad. I set the pivots, and I wanted to see if they would actually work here. And they do. So I want to do like a little keyframe animation where he like, where I flip him up from Nomad to Blender, and maybe I'll make his like little legs kind of like jump. That's fun. I'm glad that worked. Let me just save because I'm very happy with this. And let's see if we put a little bit of see if we go to 2, what happens? Oh yeah, it just kind of makes him he's like a little more shiny. So I don't really need that. I think I like it how it was. I think it was on 1.5. I think that's the default. Okay, so what if I wanted to change these to let's get rid of that. So now they're white. like a little bit of a light, like his little lights are on. He's in business. Oh, I think I should make this white. Take a little bit of the saturation out. Does it look better black? I feel like it might look better black. It might just look better black. Let's just make it black. Like that. I usually like another pop of some sort of light, but I don't know what else to add next to him. It's just like a preference thing. Like I like some sort of like, what's it called? Like some sort of practical light I usually like, but I didn't add anything to the scene. I need to make his little accessories though. That's what I need to make. I need to make his little accessories. He could even have like a little, he needs like a little cassette player or something like that. I think that'd be really cute. I really want to start making some really cute accessories and stuff like that for my characters. Okay, do we want this whole thing to spin? I have an idea. Bear with me. You don't have to actually bear with me. The frequency. It is my pleasure. I'm so glad that people get use out of my bumbling around, trying to teach, trying to be a teacher. It's all fake. It's all a farce. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm glad that it happens to work. But yeah, that's what it always feels like. I'm always just kind of figuring stuff out, and you know. Oh, what's the time? Oh, 52. Okay, so I only have like 8 more minutes. 7 minutes. I'm not doing. Oh, my buttocks. I'm not doing lives over an hour because I want for example, for people in Brazil. Let me see. Helder, Brazil. So in Brazil, the R makes the H sound. But does the H make the R sound? I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. But I appreciate you coming through. I don't want to say your name wrong. Only because I thought so much about it. I'm like, I know R has the H sound, but I'm not sure about the H. Okay, so what I wanted to try, let's take, I don't know if it's going to let me take let's put this in new project. I'm going to put all this in new project. Oh, these Nomad unskews. I hate. Thank you. Finally, all in new projects. Select all the objects. Oh, is this the cube? Let's take this and put this in background. And let's take this. What is the... Oh, smooth by angle. Let's apply. So this is the floor smooth cube. So we'll take this and I want to duplicate it. Duplicate. Make it go straight up a little bit. Scale it down. Maybe a little bit higher up. Okay, and now I want to take the whole character, select objects. Oh, do I want to move the lights too, since the lights are in like a perfect position? Probably not. Maybe this light. Oh, it didn't select everything. Select objects. I'll deal with the lights another time. Let's do global. Let's just move this up. We'll move him up. I gotta make sure that his legs are like sitting on directly on this thing, otherwise it'll be ruined. His feet still look a little bit too high. Okay, that looks good. Elder. Hosomi. I'm late to the party. I bought the app after seeing your videos. I love it. Haven't followed any yet, but I love watching them. Well, they're there. They'll be there. There's a bunch. Definitely do one of the more simple crash courses. That's definitely the way to go. Just start out slow. Start out slow. Build things from shapes. That's the main thing. When I first thought about 3D sculpting, I was like, oh, I'm going to be sculpting things, like sculpting something from a block. But just think of everything as shapes and do really simple things. Kawaii stuff is really great, actually, because it's just so simple and cool. Let me hit save. Let's take this, let's go to the materials, and let's make a new material so we can change the color if we want. I actually don't know if I want to, but... Oh, wait, did I just do the wrong one? I meant to do this material. Let's make a new one. Okay, so let's do... Oh, let's add a Taurus. Hey, I think a Taurus is good. I'm going to make it really small. Oh, actually, how do I make it small? How do I honestly don't even know. I don't even know how to adjust it. I can make it small like this, but what if I want to make it like thin? How do I even do that? I'm so clueless. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to undo that because I can't remember how to do that. It's probably easy, but... So let's use another cube. Make it really small because this I can squish. I probably could have done that with the Taurus, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm going to squish this, put it right underneath. Let's hit 1 so I can see. I want to put it right underneath. Maybe I'll make it a little bigger. And this one I want to add emission. And we'll do some sort of light coming from underneath. Ooh, that's a nice purple light. Okay. You can kind of see it. That's kind of annoying, but that's all right. So a purple light, and then all I'm going to do, Oh, 59. Why didn't this go off? Oh, I have 48 seconds. All right. So yeah, 59 seconds. I'm going to go because I want to get the audio dubs. But the only other thing I'm going to do is do a turntable, and then I'm going to post this on YouTube, so check it out. But before I post it on YouTube, I might post it on Instagram. So go there and like it on Instagram and give me a thumbs up. That might be tonight. It might be tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. This has been fun. Also, listen to the beginning. I'm curious of what you guys think about what I said in the beginning.